Hello friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Emma, and today I'm going to be talking about the care of the Scindapsus Pictus, also known as the Satin Pothos. So the Satin Pothos is a really great houseplant to have. It's beautiful, big, heart-shaped, dark green leaves with silver flecks that give it a nice, really satin sheen, make it a really beautiful plant. I absolutely love this one. It's super easy to care for. I would totally suggest it for any new plant owners. This was actually one of my first plants that I've ever had, and I've had it for about 8 months now, and it's doing really great. It's grown so much since I've had it. I just love seeing when new leaves pop out. I have a couple more that are getting ready to unfurl soon, and I'm really looking forward to that. Right, let's get started talking about the care. Satin Pothos really like bright but indirect light. Make sure it's indirect because direct sunlight can really scorch the leaves and get sunburnt and be really unhappy. Also, if it's not getting enough light, some of the variegation on the leaves, these nice silver flecks would start going away. They would get greener in order to adapt to that less light that it's getting. I keep this plant in a northeast facing window about 3 feet away or a meter, and I think it's getting just the right amount of light there. It's grown so much since I've had it. When it comes to watering the Satin Pothos, you want to make sure that about the top inch or two of soil gets totally dry before you water it again. This will ensure that you're not over-watering the plant, because if you overwater the plant, some of the leaves will get yellow and eventually it'll get root rot and die, which is not what we want for our houseplants. I water it probably about once a week or so in the summer, and in the winter I watered it even less. It totally doesn't mind if you accidentally forget to water it like every once in a while. It can definitely tolerate that. That's why he's really good for new plant owners, because he's really easy to take care of in that regard. With the Satin Pothos, it's really important that it gets really good drainage. I personally keep my Satin Pothos, and all of my houseplants for that matter, in the nursery pots or the plastic pots with really good drainage holes. If it doesn't have good drainage holes, then the plant could easily get waterlogged and the roots will begin to rot, and we don't want that because that will kill our plants. I prefer this method because I find it easier to water them. If they have drainage holes, I can just pull it out, and if it's got too much water, I can dump this one out and carry on and put it back. And it still looks super cute. You can't even see the orange nursery pot in it, and I still get the fashion of decorative pots. When it comes to heat, the Satin Pothos really likes it fairly warm, average to warm, probably about 18 degrees Celsius, 65 degrees Fahrenheit. This guy lasted pretty well though through the winter in our flat in London. Even though it got a little bit cold, we kept the heat on fairly regularly, but if you do that, you want to make sure that you give it extra moisture through maybe a pebble tray or misting the leaves every now and then, because this plant does need humidity. In order to keep the Satin Pothos happy with its humidity, I mist the plant probably about once a week, just a light misting over the whole thing, and he stays nice and happy and healthy. In spring and summer, the Satin Pothos really loves it when you fertilize it about once a month, because this will promote new growth and growth more quickly. But make sure you don't do it in the winter and autumn, because those times of the year is when the plant is a little bit more dormant and is not trying to put out new growth. So the best time to fertilize it is definitely the spring and summer. Propagation of the Satin Pothos is super easy. Like other pothos plants, all you need to do is cut about 4 to 6 inches from the end of a vine just below a leaf node. That is really, really important, because if you don't have a leaf node, it won't root, and there's no way that you're going to get a new plant. So you can propagate this plant in either soil or water, but be very careful. If you do propagate it in water, the longer you wait once the roots start forming, the harder it is to transplant it to soil, because it'll go into shock and die. So if you do decide to propagate the Satin Pothos in water, you have 2 options, because it's really finicky about that. You can either leave it in water, which is perfectly fine, and it'll live and continue to root and just be a nice water plant. Or you could transplant it fairly quickly into the soil, when the roots get about an inch or 2 centimeters in length, and then it'll transplant to the soil better instead of going into shock. If you are interested in the propagation of Satin Pothos, please let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely make a video on that in the future. The only downside to Satin Pothos is that it is mildly toxic to both humans and animals, so please keep it out of reach of your children and pets. If consumed, it can create irritation in your mouth and your gut, and no one wants that, so please keep it out of reach of your children and pets. So that covers it. That's all you need to know for growing your very own Satin Pothos plant. I hope you got what you needed from this video. Please like this video if you enjoyed learning about the care, and comment below if there's any other houseplants you'd like me to make care videos for, and subscribe for more. Thank you very much. See you all later. Bye!